Okay, today we shall be talking about a poem, How to Tell Wild Animals. This is very humorous poem. And you can see the diagrams, the small cartoonic diagrams given here. There are small animals are given and every animal is a wild animal. And here the poet tries to, Carolyn Wells, poet tries to give us small, it's kind of a riddle for a small child. We ask for, if these are the features of, if these are the characteristics, who am I? In that way the poet tried to put some of the characters of the wild animals and asking for, if these are the characters, this is the kind of animal you can identify as. So it is little of humorous and you can identify when the poem with the 4 lines comes to the end, you can identify the animal. You have some of the wild animals given here. And I request you to put all these meanings in your textbooks before you listen to the explanation. Let us start with the first one. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Asian lion. So what is the thing going on here? If at all by chance you're moving about, you're roaming and you're going into the jungle and you see a big beast, a bigger one coming there, and tawny is the brownish orange color, a big beast coming and forwarding towards you, and it is having a big roar and it is trying to frighten you and you're dying. See the spelling here, this is the poetic spelling they have given, you have to pronounce it as dying. And if you're dying of fright and you're afraid of, then you should understand that is the big Asiatic lion in front of you. This is how you are identifying a beast or a wild animal. The second one is or. That is over. Next one, in other situation, if you are having some other animal in front of you, how are you identifying it? Or if sometime when roaming around, a noble wild beast greets you with black strips on a yellow ground. Just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger is discerned. You can recognize that animal to be the Bengal tiger. The yellow body with the black strips and a big body and the strengthened one, the strong one coming in front of you, definitely. And it is trying to jump onto you and eat you. Understand, it's tiger. Third one, if strolling forth, a beast you view whose hide with spots is peppered. As soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain. He will only leap and leap again. So what is the other animal here you have? It is a big body, a strong body with small spots on the body, black spots on the body. It's same as something like we put salt and pepper onto our food. It is in that way the spots are sprinkled on the body of the animal. And that kind of animal, if the spotted animal or the peppered animal comes in front of you and it is trying to eat you or it is trying to hold you, it just had a leap onto you, it jumped onto you and you're trying to come out and you're trying to shout, but of no use. If you're trying to come out from the catch of that leopard, it is of no use because it is going to hold you still more tightly than whatever it has caught. When you are trying to escape from that, it tightens its claws. So you should understand in this condition that it is leopard in front of you. The next animal is, if when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. Here the animal life. We are very fascinated. We children love soft toys and we are very fascinated about the animals, and we have the teddy bears in our house and they are so very lovely and they are very soft and we like to hug them. So that hug has been related to this bear here, and a big beast with a brown fur comes in front of you, and if at all that beast is giving you a big hug and you feel as if it is a love, due to love, it is showing its affection. And when you try to move from there, it gives you still more a good big hug where you are tending to die. The hug is so very tight that you definitely die within those hands. So if such kind of situation comes in front of you, you have to identify the animal to be bear. Here you have a little confusion part, this part. Though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyenas thus, hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. You have two animals here in comparison they have given, it is hyenas and crocodiles. Whenever you see a hyena, it is having a small black color of like it is as if the hyena is always smiling at you. But the hyenas are very cruel. They don't leave anything. They try to eat all the things. But when you see the hyenas, they are little small and cute and they have a smiling face. When you see the smiling face, we should not get disturbed or we should not get distracted that it is a very lovely animal. But at the same time, when you see the crocodiles, they are so very large and so very dangerous to look at. But sometimes we say, it is magarmach ke aansu. Why is that phrase coming here? Because when the crocodile tries to bite a big bite or have its prey into its mouth and has a strong bite with the jaws, the water comes out from the eyes. We feel as if crocodile is crying. We should not get carried away with these feelings like the hyena is smiling and crocodile is crying, but they too are equally dangerous. Then you should understand that these animals are hyena and crocodile. The last one goes on with, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. And you know this chameleon, we say girgit. It keeps on changing its body color according to the surroundings so that it can keep safe by itself. When you see there is nothing on the tree, you see the branches, nothing is seen and all that, but it is something like the eyes are being seen and some small movement is shown on the branch, then immediately you should identify that to be a chameleon. If at all you remove that chameleon from the branches and put onto any cemented or any other surfaces of different color, immediately it gets transformed into that color and seems as if there is nothing. And only sometimes you can see a small movement so that you can identify some animal is there. In that way you can identify that to be a chameleon. This is how the poem comes to an end with small riddle like these are the characters of these animals and how you can identify the animals here. Written by Caroline Wells. Thank you.